is Sean. A very, very good afternoon to you. Well, see, I came here on request of the principal of Mingqiang school out here. Thank you so much for your invitation. And respected principals, teachers, and of course distinguished guests. I've been here in Shanghai for quite some time now, and I've been working very closely with the government public schools, especially with the public schools. And I've also been trying to improve the way that things happen here. And today, this talk is mostly... I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry.
各位尊敬的校长、老师以及尊敬的客人们，大家好。那么我呢叫肖恩，来到上海呢已经有一段时间了，很长时间了。那么在上海呢，一直都是致力于上海的一个教育事业的发展，尤其是公办学校的一个教育。那么在这里呢，我想要分享的是。关于教育中的这个云技术、科学技术的使用，以及一些我认为对中国甚至全球的学生都非常有用的一个教育方法。那么另外呢，我还将对这个 ESL， 也就是英语作为一个第二语言来学习的教学进行一些阐述。
See, I've been around the world tracking and following the development of the education industry as well as the technological trends that are coming in. How do we use technology in classrooms for the improvement of the classroom, you know, the quality of the teaching itself? So when I started exploring this, I came across a few things across the globe which can be applied to the Chinese classrooms as well, because most of my work is here. And this is going to be in context with English as second language. How to improve it?
那么就是他在中国甚至整个世界，他都有走了一段时间。那么在这个过程当中呢，这个他也想到怎样能够把技术提高，然后运用到我们的这个课堂当中去。那么在今天的这个报告当中呢，那么开场白的话呢，就是想要引发大家一下思考，怎样把这些技术融入到我们中国的课堂当中去。
All right, great. Now let's talk about some effective learning principles which I've discovered. It's very simple, you already know about it, but again, it's very easy to forget these things. The first thing I'd like to talk about is to make any topic, okay, any topic that we deliver and any piece of homework that we assign to our kids, it has to be interesting. This is number one. There's no other reason for them to be in your classroom, actually. Look here. What is this? This is just a picture of a snail, right? Now a snail is relatively boring, okay? It's not something that we would usually like to have as a topic. But what if I told you that a snail can go to sleep for 3 years continuously? Now if you're a child, you would possibly be attracted and more influenced by it.
那么今天的报告当中呢，要讲4样东西，就是说当我们给孩子布置一个作业或者说一个任务的时候呢，要包括4个方面，这样的话才能提高学生想要去学习的一个欲望。那么第一个方面呢，就是我们这个 PPT 当中所看到的，第一个就是兴趣、趣味性。那么比如说这个上面有一张图片是蜗牛，那么这个蜗牛谁会对蜗牛感兴趣呢？也许刚看那张图片你不会有感觉，但是如果说告诉你一只蜗牛它可以连着睡3年，那么也许孩子们就会对这个蜗牛非常感兴趣了。
Next thing, thank you very much, Sophia. Next thing is of course about love. If a student is falling in love with what he or she is learning, the learning process itself becomes so much more fast, you know. The first step of a teacher should be to make the student fall in love with what he or she is doing. Over. Half of the class is over, half the battle won. That is the most important thing. If they do it, it's automatic. You don't have to work very hard after that. That initial process is so important.
第二个呢，就是这个投入性。投入性呢，可以让如果说孩子对他的任务有一个非常投入的欲望在里面的话，热爱在里面的话， 他一定会非常主动的去学习，是一种自发的学习，不需要你去推他。然后另外呢，学生也可以学得更快。
And of course, this means to find out the lovable points in the lessons, which is more research. The more we research the topics, the better things we find about it to say to our children.
那么这个对于学生们来说呢，就意味着，可以让他们在课堂当中可以有更多的研究，他们会有更多自发性的研究在里面。那么自发性的研究越多，他们对于整个课堂的掌握也好、融入也好，这些掌握性、融入性就会更多。
Alright, and the next thing we come to is of course interactivity. That's what we call this, in English. And it is of course about spicing up your lessons with all sorts of questions, curiosities. It should be a dialogue between the teacher and the student. This is the only way you can keep a class alive and no one will sleep in the class.
第三个呢就是互动性。如果说你布置的这个任务当中能够涵盖老师和学生之间相互交流的一个互动性的话，那么学生就不会很容易在课堂上睡着，他的参与度就会加进来。
Alright, next one is of course imagination. This is something we feel that we tend to forget most of the time. It is so important. Imagination is the thing that keeps, that goes from one generation to the other. People remember you even after when you're not there because of one thing, how you imagine today. This is the skill we can pass on. If our lessons carry that, it will definitely be of superior value.
第四个呢就是想象力。想象力这个东西其实是上一代人就是传承到下一代人当中去的这样一个燃料，推动着人类进步的一个燃料。即便你不在那边，你人已经不在了，但是你今天想象了些什么东西，你留下了什么东西，后人或者说你的下一代依旧可以记住它。
Alright, that's good. Now, what can technology do and what is today's teacher's role? What does the future teacher look like? Number one, there should not be any fear about robots in the classroom. They will never be there. Please, we are far away from that. There's, a lot of people fear technology. That, okay, oh my God, what's going to happen? Will all our jobs go and there will be only computers teaching? No, that's never going to happen. In fact, the teacher is the most important person today in any classroom. And his or her role will become even more important because what does the future teacher look like? The future teacher has to know about IT, has to be IT savvy, has to know about cloud technology so that, the teacher can interact with the students inside and outside the class as well. The teacher will be the all-powerful person. In fact, the teacher will become a mentor. Somebody who can guide more than just teach. Guiding is much more important.
那么未来的老师会是什么样子的呢？有可能会有一些老师在说到技术的时候，他会有一些害怕。可能未来的教室里没有老师来上课了，可能是机器人来上课，全都是机器来上课吗？其实并不是这个样子的。未来的老师他应该要掌握一些关于 IT 的一些知识。并且呢，要掌握一些云技术，这样的话呢，才可以使我们的老师在未来的课堂当中，能够在教室内外都可以和学生进行一个交流互动。未来的老师可能不再是一个老师，他会上升成为一个mentor， 就是导师。他的任务不是教，而是去指导、去协助、去帮助这样的一个角色。
Now, I'm going to give you an example about how education, because of IT, can become more experiential. Means you are experiencing what you're learning. This is something very rare and technology has enabled it. I'll ask I'll just start with a simple question. How many of you know why are penguins, what's penguins, Sophia?
企鹅.
Great, thank you. Penguins, why are penguins black and white? Why are they not green and orange? Anybody, please?
一个问题就是为什么，就大家能否回答啊？一个问题，为什么企鹅它是黑色和白色这两种颜色在它身上的？ 为什么呢？
Okay, anybody wants to answer? Anyone? No one? Okay. You want the mic? Say you want the mic? No? Alright, now I'll tell you. In Antarctica, there are in the ocean a lot of sharks. A lot of sharks, yeah, lots of sharks. And when the penguin is swimming, as you're about to see, this is what happens. If the shark is below you and the penguin is swimming, the belly of the penguin is just white. And it blends with the sunlight on top. And when the shark is above, and the shark is like, okay, here's the penguin, I'm gonna come and eat you, and it goes this way, what happens? You see black, which is the ocean floor. It camouflages. I'm gonna show you how technology explains this concept easily. Look here.
那么就是刚才那个问题的答案是，如果说这个企鹅在南极是海洋里面在游的时候，如果说它南极这个海洋里面有很多的鲨鱼，如果企鹅在鲨鱼的上方游，鲨鱼往上看的时候，它肚子上的白色的毛就会反光，反上面的那个白色的这个光，就看不清楚。那如果说呢，这个鲨鱼它游到了企鹅的上方，它是往下看企鹅的话，那么它将会看到企鹅的背是黑色的，所以它也看不清楚企鹅。这就是为什么企鹅两种毛色，分别是在背上和肚子上的两种毛色。
Now you're actually showing it, right? So these are the little things that technology can do for you. Yes, these are protections. Exactly. That's how it works. Alright, let's get back. Alright, great. We're back from all the magic. Alright, now let's talk about something more serious. This is what was the crux of the matter is. As much as we can in our lessons, I suppose, we should be promoting this thing, which is project-based learning. What is this project-based learning? It is something about assigning a task to your students and then letting them, it can be over 4 or 5 weeks. You spread it out, the teacher is here, the teacher is presenting, but that is only the first class. The next classes are very different. Project-based teaching is so much important. Let's say you give the student a topic, like an ice cream, or panda, something which no child will ever refuse. Do you like ice cream? Yes, I do. Do you like the panda? Yes, of course I do. Do you want to know more about it? Yes. This is the answer. Great. You are already in. Now what do? You give a 360-degree view of the topic. Yes, my ice cream. This is my ice cream. Where is it made? When was it invented? Who made it? What's the cost of ice cream in different countries? A 360-degree view of the topic. And leave them there.
那么这里刚刚讲的那个是云技术，很重要的一个技术，可以让学生就是吸引进去，然后非常的能够直观的去了解一些东西。那么另外一个就是基于课题的学习，也就是刚才所说的这个任务型学习。它怎么做的呢？就是老师布置一个任务给学生，这个任务或者说课题大概是用4到5周的时间去完成任务型的一个作业。老师会就给到他一个就是一个具体的一个主题，比方说刚才说到一个冰淇淋，或者说还给他一个主题，比方说熊猫。然后呢首先让他在不同的国家它有不同的价格这样子，然后鼓励学生分组来进行对这个主题的一个全方位的研究。
Thank you very much, Sophia. That must have been very good. Okay. Now we're going to talk about what the effects are. We demand a written report and a stage presentation in a project-based learning system. What do we get out of all this? Here's what we get. You ask the student to research on his or her own. The home, the school, the library, the world becomes your laboratory. You can learn anywhere. There's Baidu, there's Bing, you can actually research out the topic. Now, what happens when you do your own research. When you say, teacher, help me do this, but on my own. I will do this on my own, but you just guide me.
那么在这样的一个课题研究当中，学生要做的就是我们要鼓励学生做的就是一个独立的研究。如果说你能够就是能够独立的去研究的话，那么老师就像刚才上他所说到的，老师不再是一个老师，而是一个 mentor， 是一个引导者。那么比如说学生在课堂当中他举手提问说，老师能不能帮我解决一下这个问题？但是你不仅仅是帮他解决这个问题，你要让孩子到最后他要明白你帮我解决了问题，但是到最后这个任务依旧是我自己完成的，这个就是其中的一个独立研究。
Great. You know what? If you do this, you get a free gift. What is this free gift? This is it. Interdisciplinary education. Which means you learn the arts and the sciences, everything, all together in one package. And you're not saying that, okay, this is not relevant, that's not relevant. No, everything, the relevance stays intact. This is what this key is.
另外一个呢，就是在这样的一个就是主题课程的学习当中呢，学生还可以得到一个非常好的一个像礼物一样的东西，就是说学生可以，因为比方说一个主题，它里面可能会涉及到历史，可能会涉及到数学，可能会涉及到文化等等。那么学生在研究这一个主题的时候，他可能学到的东西就包括艺术，包括历史，包括等等等等，这是一个跨学科的教育。那么就是他可以自己去找到几门学科当中的一些联系，并且把它融合在一起来学习。
Next, I'd like to come to cloud technology. What is this letting you do in the classroom? As a teacher, you can interact with your students outside the classroom. How? Writing emails, even chatting, all within one system. Okay, and what this does is, it enables the student to submit the homework, collaborate not just with the teacher, but amongst themselves, like we have meetings. This is very, very important. And Sophia will translate, and I will also show you live how this is happening already.
那么接下去这个云技术怎么样去实现这样子的一个课堂呢？第一个就是待会儿Shounak他会演示到给大家。那么这里的话Shounak给大家登录一个老师的端口，因为在这样的一个端口里面呢，老师可以通过这个云技术来接收到学生给他的一个反馈，可以聊天，可以给他这个作业的提交，然后呢，学生也可以在这样的一个就是云技术的平台上面进行相互的交流。他们的交流不仅仅是在学校在课堂的，在课堂之外同样可以进行交流。
Okay, this is just a live demo, very quick one of how this thing works. The lesson which is available after the classroom, you know, that can be, the children can get the lessons here. This is the students panel. We also have like a teacher's, this is the teacher's panel. We also have a students panel. This is where all the homework comes in. Now can you see, there is no homework now. This is all e-homework, electronic homework. And there are advantages, I'm going to explain later. This is how it works.
这里的话都是学生上传的作业，不是没有作业，而是电子作业。那么电子作业的话，就是上传在这样一个地方。这个端口是老师端口，大家可以在这个页面的左上角看到一个老师的头像，就是老师端口。同样，学生也有端口。
I'm not changing this anything, clicking here and there because it is happening now. The teacher will start complaining. So they're having class literally. Okay, this is basically the email system. Which can also be designed, you know, for the teacher and the students to students interaction. So as you can see how much they talk. Why do they talk? They're interested.
这里呢是学生和学生或者学生和老师之间的一个实时的一个交流互动。那么我们不能在这个上面做任何的改动，因为他们现在正在上这个课，所以这是一个非常实时的一个交流。
Okay. So that was about the cloud. Now let's talk about a flipped classroom. As you can see, this is a classroom, but it's totally flipped. Why is this? Why do we do it this way? Here's the reason. In the first class of a project-based learning, what you do is, you come up, you adjust the teacher, You're showing, okay, this is panda, this is whatever, and you're lecturing. After that, the homework, there's a little bit of homework in their homes, and when they come here, the most part of the homework is done in class, because when you do homework as a child, that is when you need the teacher most. This is the flipped classroom where the homework gets done in class. What's the teacher doing? Teacher's not here. Teacher's there, everywhere. Teacher's running around to help the project groups. That is the essence of a flipped classroom.
那么下一个实现的方法呢，就是一个翻转课堂。这个在我们这儿也是蛮红的。怎么实现呢？就是说，传统课堂当中，一般情况都是老师先教，然后学生带作业回家去做。然后，但是在这样的一个新型的课堂当中的话呢，是学生把作业带到课堂当中，请老师来指导。那么老师的任务呢，就是告诉你哪里做得不好，哪里做得不好。因为往往作业才是真正需要老师来进行辅导的一个部分，而不仅仅是教。那么学生学是在家里完成的，作业指导是在学校里完成的，所以这才是一个实现了一个课堂的翻转。老师可能是在学生当中的任何一个地方穿梭进行指导。
Okay, last but not the least, this is about peer learning. What is peer learning? This is learning from your friends. When your homework becomes electronic, what's the difference? If I'm the teacher, I can put everything up on a projector. If John, and Tony, they're sitting, then Tony can learn from John, John can learn from Tony. This is exactly how it works. I learn from your mistake, you learn from my mistake. I'm not sitting here as a teacher and you're not coming here with your book and, getting it corrected. John learns from John. But here, everybody will learn. Hello, John. What was Tony's mistake? Can you make him better? It becomes a community within the class. This is what peer learning is about.
另外一个呢，就是同伴学习。同伴学习怎么有什么好处呢？就是比如说，因为学生所有的作业都是在课堂当中经过老师指导完成的，那么老师就有可能把比如说两位学生的作业带过来，带到这个投影上面投影出来。然后如果说以前的同学的话，他们如果说犯错了，老师单个指导，你这里错了回去改，然后改好了 ，OK 你对了。然后这里的这个同伴学习的话是就是把其中的错误投到投影上，然后所有的同学都可以从他的错误当中习得，或者他身上有什么好的地方，其他同学也可以习得，这就是一个同伴学习这个例子。
Yeah. Now when we you want to say something? Yes. No. I want to play it now.
这个就是其中的一个例子。
Alright, so this video actually shows you the proof of the pudding. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. No matter how much I talk, is it working or is it not working? Let's see for ourselves. This is a little boy. His name is Felipe. And
look everybody, those are sharks. This shark has many teeth. And this shark, it don't have so much teeth, but its teeth are very sharp. This shark is jumping. Some sharks are long, some sharks are short, some sharks are big, and some sharks are small. This shark is very cool. I really like it. You know what? Shark can eat very much, a very big fish. Shark's jaw is very big, and those are very sharp. And this jaw, some people can sit in it.
okay. Now remember, when we started with this little boy, he was so shy. Forget about talking. He wouldn't open his mouth. He wouldn't even come up on stage. And now, well, he almost looks like me, He's coming, he's presenting, he's dancing around doing something. So that's the background. Hold on. 1 minute. This off. Yeah. Great. So, what kind of skills in a project-based program can you pass on? The first one I would like to focus on is the English-based skills. What are they? Very easy, of course. You can read read properly, write, you learn to write, you debate. And of course, there is so much of body language as well as voice intonation. Do you want to see how voice intonation is important? Very, very important. Well, yeah.
刚刚那个视频呢，其实就是一个新型的一个课堂，在公立学校当中的一个成功的教学。那么刚才大家可以看到，就是这样的一个课堂是怎么样的进行的。那么在这样的一个课堂当中，老师可以让学生得到哪几个方面的这个收获呢？待会儿会有讲到。这边每一个水果都是一个收获。那么首先讲到的就是一个语言能力的一个收获。比方说，学生可以获得一些阅读能力啊、书写能力啊、辩论能力、肢体语言和语音语调。那么接下去上就想要告诉大家，语音语调是有多重要。
Yeah, here's an example how easy it is to get confused. Look at this. I cannot use the mic for this, but just have a look. Last Saturday, I went to the Shanghai Zoo, and you know what? I saw a big elephant and a small mouse. I went to the Shanghai Zoo and I saw a big elephant and a small mouse. See, your brain is not talking to your ears. You're confused. So easy. This is body language and voice intonation.
那么上刚才举了个例子，就是语音语调和肢体语言是多么的重要。他说他去了那个上海动物园，然后他看到了一个非常大的什么东西？What's animal？ 啥？
I saw a big elephant
一个很小很小的大象
and a small mouse.
很大很大的老鼠。
So that's
这样的话，对，你们就是对方看的或者听的人，他就会混淆。
Okay. Now there are also some language independent life skills which you learn, which you will be using in offices wherever you get your work, and this has to come in very early in our education system. And what are the life skills that you're learning? You're learning how to, use cloud technology. You're learning how to brainstorm together, public speaking, presenting. These are basically the skills that come out.
另外一个呢，可以学到一些生活中可能会用到的一些能力，比方说公开演说，然后展示你自己所有的一些东西，我们说 presenting， 然后头脑风暴，然后还有一些云科技。
All right, great. And last but not the least, what skill set, a bigger one, do you get? This is leadership. When we do a project-based program, what we do is we split students up in groups of 5, 6, 7, and all of these, student groups are staying together. But there is one leader. We choose one leader from each one of these groups. This leader will be responsible for meeting deadlines, responsibility, how to resolve conflicts, all of these things, how to work together as a good team and deliver what they are doing to the teacher, deliver the homework. Very, very important, no matter where you go in life later on.
第三个你可以获得的就是一个领导力，包括组织能力、团队合作等等等等这些能力。因为我们所有的这些课程当中都是学生以小组来进行的，那么每一个小组会有一个组长，那么同学在相互合作当中，他可能会就是发展他的解决矛盾的能力，然后怎样相互合作，一个小组合作来让他们把这个团队变成一个更好的团队，那么等等这一些都是在今后。也许你离开学校之后，同样你可以用得到的一些能力。
And in my humble research and my humble observations, I could actually see that this has already made quite a big difference.
那么在上所见、所观、所想等等这一些结束之后、总结之后，它会包括大家也是一样，你们都会发现这一些会让一个学生变得。有非常大的不同。
Thank you very much. I hope that this talk has been informative.